Hello, everybody. Welcome along to our championship predictions for round 41. We are here to predict the outcome of each and every game in the championship round coming up. And of course, I need your help. Get yourself over to the Football 365 Predictor game. You can find it right there. And we're going to be plugging all our results into there. Do get involved. Do say hello in the chat, but we've got to get into the action, and I need your predictions for Fulham versus Coventry. Get in there. Fulham draw, Coventry. Fulham draw or Coventry. Remember, this game is on Sunday, isn't it? At 3 p.m. Fulham, I don't know. Can they go up? I haven't done the maths yet, but I would assume if Huddersfield and Luton were to... if Huddersfield and Luton were to draw and Nottingham Forest were to not win, and Sheffield United were to not win, I think Fulham might be very, very close to going up this weekend. So let me know if you think that's going to happen. I haven't done the actual maths yet, and I can't be bothered to figure this out as we go. But get your predictions in. Fulham, draw, or Coventry. Coventry, no wins in 4. They do love a last-minute goal, which they had in the last round against Blackburn, but a defeat against high-flying Forest in midweek. Won't do. And Coventry, they were already fanning the embers of their playoff dream, but they are in 12th now. Right, predictions. Let's get to them. Fulham, draw, or Coventry. What have we got in the chat here? Where should we start? Yanis, Fulham, draw, Fulham. Lots of Fulhams here. Yeah, it does look that way. Doesn't it pay back that 4-1 result? Yeah, I agree there. There's one. Again, as I always say, please say what you think will happen rather than what you hope will happen. I know who you will support, and I know when we get these strange favourites and all of that stuff. There we go. Yes, I'm with you, and I'm going to bellow out, if I can find the button, home. Let's go for a home, and let's head over to the Football 365 Predictor game. I can see goals. I can see this being quite open. Coventry aren't in any danger. They got nothing to hide. I think I agree. Someone said 3-1 quite early on. You get 10-1 over on betfair.com. If you fancy that, please gamble responsibly. We're going to head on Sheffield United versus Bournemouth. I saw Sheffield United in midweek. Not as good as when I saw them against Middlesbrough. They are missing their injured players and relying a bit heavily on Morgan Gibbs-White, I have to say. They need to get Sharp and Bogle and Basham and all those boys back in. Get your predictions in Sheffield United draw or Bournemouth. A lot of people who are peddling the Bournemouth are going to mess this up narrative were, let's just say, quite pleased to see Bournemouth losing against West Brom in midweek. I still say it's a long, long way to fall for Bournemouth. I don't think they need too many more wins, and they still hold a 6-point lead over Huddersfield and 2 games in hand. There it's Forest everyone's looking at, though, aren't they? But they've got an 8-point lead over Forest despite not having any games in hand. Could they come a cropper here at Bramall Lane, where Sheffield United, I don't know the numbers, 11 undefeated possibly at Bramall Lane? I don't know the exact numbers. Get your predictions in. Blades, draw, Bournemouth. Blades, draw, or Bournemouth. Let's have a look and see what you lot are saying in the chat on this one. What do we think? Who's got there first? Justin, Bournemouth, Blades, Cherries, home, Bournemouth, Blades, draw, Bournemouth, draw, hard to pick a winner. Agree with that. There's the board draw. Let's get the picture up really quickly. There it is. Matthew presumably referring to the good old 0-0. Let's click on as many of these as we possibly can. Everyone's a little bit tight. I'm seeing 1-0s. I'm seeing draws. I'm seeing 2-1s like that. I'm seeing 0-0s, all of that good stuff. Quite a few Blades shouts. I think my position on this one is, were the Blades to be at full strength, I'd probably be backing them. But I've got to go with that chap who was saying it's too hard to pick a winner in this one. Draw! I'm going to go right down the middle. And do we even need to check? I bet it's going to be 5-1 if I say a 1-all draw in this one. Sheffield United 1, Bournemouth 1. There you go. A good old 5-1 over on the predictor. Go and get involved over at Football 365. Type in your email and get involved with the predictions. Right. Huddersfield versus Luton. Now, of course, this is on Monday night. Predictions, guys. Huddersfield, draw, Luton. Huddersfield, draw, or Luton. This is on Monday night, so the context will change big style over the weekend. Remember, Huddersfield are currently third and Luton are currently fourth. If Forest to win, they would go above them. If Sheffield United were to win, they would go above both as well. Middlesbrough can kind of come level with Luton, but they can't overtake Huddersfield. Get your predictions in for this one, guys. Huddersfield, draw, or Luton. I suspect we'll do a watch along on this one on Monday night. I'm really eager to know your thoughts. Let's get straight into the predictions. Enough from me. Where am I going to land here? Who's first? I think Wayne is first. He's gone for Luton. Draw, 0-0. Huddersfield, Desmond there. T. Miller. Let's bring up the late, great Archbishop Tutu, as we always do in situations like this. Luton. Unhelpful draw. Board draw, Desmond, Luton, Udders. I can't split these two. I'm going to click on as many of these as I can. Oh, good. We got loads of predictions in here. Sorry if it doesn't get read out. I'm just scanning my brain for what on earth I'm going to say in this one. Crikey, which way is this going to go? And Luton have got Forest next as well. Let me just quickly see what Huddersfield's home record is like, and Luton's away. Do you know what? Oh, can I go for another draw? Oh, I'm really stuck on this one. Look, I think I'm going to go with what a few people said. Let's go for a Desmond here. Draw. Let's go for an entertaining Monday nighter. I can't split these two. It's too difficult to call. So let's go for a nice scoring draw. I'm sure we're going to get really large odds on a 2-2. 13-1. You love to see it. Something else you love to see would be a like spike. If you are watching the stream right now, and I can see many of you are, and thank you, please hit the like button and see if we can get us a like spike. Right now, go on, hit that like button. I can see we're on 25 likes. See if we can get up to 50 likes as ever. I appreciate all the support. Let's jump straight up to 45. Unbelievable stuff. Thank you, everybody. Let's move on. And this one's going to be a home run, isn't it? Forest versus Birmingham. Predictions in. Forest draw, Birmingham. Forest draw, Birmingham. Look, let's park Forest because we know they're in fantastic form and everybody's got their eyes on them at the moment. Let's talk about Birmingham briefly because they did get a win against West Brom, didn't they? But I can see we're probably going to be fairly heavy home win on this one. Anybody give Birmingham a chance in this one? Do get involved in the chat. Get your predictions in. Forest, draw, or Birmingham. Let's see if it's a complete clean sweep or we've got... I suspect we'll get some contrary fans of other teams that want Forest to lose, but probably don't think they're going to, putting it in. Let's have a look. Here we go. Right, home. So I'm going to click through them and see if anyone backs Blues. There's a draw in there, but yeah, Lee supports Blades, so he's clearly got a vested interest there. Anyone without a vested interest going for Blues, getting anything out of this one? Oh, Birmingham without Taylor and Chong as well, not helpful. Yeah, I suppose he's on loan. A couple of people have got draws in. I suspect we would out them as probably fans of other top six teams, would be my guess. But hey, freedom of speech reigns supreme. You can predict what you like, and so can I. And I'm going to go home. Let's go Forest on this one. They've been scoring quite freely as well. Let's go Forest clear. Let's go 2-0 to Forest. I'm confident that they can win this one. And so a Betfair, actually. 11-2 over on the Football 365 predictor for another win for Forest. Let's do some quick math. I went for Bournemouth and Blades to draw, and Luton had said that would actually put Forest into a joint third, and we'd be looking at goal difference. Forest looks better. And I think I've got Forest third. Oh, goodness me. That'll be controversial, won't it? Anyway, moving on. Middlesbrough versus Hull. Predictions in, please. Borough, draw, Hull. Borough, draw, or Hull. Borough slipped up, but they were playing Fulham. Fulham are very good. They did lose that imperious home record. Do we suspect they're going to bounce back? I think they probably will do. Hull, I don't trust Hull. I've said this a few times. I'm waiting till summer and seeing what goes on in the window. A lot of people are asking me now, are Reading going to overtake Hull and are Hull going to finish 21st? Probably a reasonable argument that could happen given the direction of travel of everyone. Predictions in: Borough, draw or Hull. Borough to bounce back. It's probably where I'm heading. Let's have a look and see what you lot are saying in the chat. Where are we going to land? There we go. Joe. Oh, no, hopefully, Joe. Tell us what you think is going to happen, not what you hope is going to happen. But Borough 2-1. It's not a bad show, actually, Joe. There was a... right, let's click through as many of these as we can, and we'll see if there's anybody on Hull. Justin, who do you support? Let us know who you support with your draw there. Borough home. Borough. There's a couple of draws in. I think Alfie supports Forest. Guys, if you go against the favourite, please let me know in brackets who you support, because you're giving yourself away here. Borough, Hull. Oh, there's one. There you go. Alfie supports Forest, doesn't he? So, yes, we try and take these seriously, but they're quite plain when you support rival teams. Kenny, who do you support? Let's keep going on all of these. Woof. I think we've done it. Look, I'm going to go home on this one. It's predictable, but then again, so am I. Home. Borough score that many. Hull aren't that great. Do you know what? Let's go all in on Borough. Let's just go for a bit of fun and see what odds we get. If I can find it here. 3-1, I will go. 11-1, say Betfair over there. Please gamble responsibly if you want to take on that one. Let me just give a quick thank you to our Patreon sponsors, the Donovan brothers, in memory of our father, Dennis, and our brother, Mike. Both sorely missed and cheering on Millwall from above. Please get involved. Patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Fine way to support the channel if indeed you do want to do that. That would be very much appreciated. Come on the roundtables, get involved in the Discord. Predictions, guys. Blackburn versus Blackpool. Blackburn, draw, Blackpool. Blackburn, draw, or Blackpool. Easy for me to say. Maybe put Rovers or Pool in the chat here. Have Blackburn picked back up? I know they were close to beating Coventry, but that late equaliser. But they scored some goals. They looked like they were going to win until the 99th minute. So maybe there's a pickup. Maybe there's an argument there. Blackpool, are they descending to the beach now? They've got themselves nice in the middle, but 4-1 against Forest. And then they lost in the big North-West derby up there. Get your predictions in. Rovers, draw, Pool. Blackburn, draw, or Blackpool. Where am I diving in here into the chats? What are you guys saying? I think I'm going to start with Catherine. I'm guessing that that's for this one. Right, away. Sorry, who's playing where here? Blackpool are away. Right, here we go. Right, Rovers, draw. Rovers, draw. There's one for Blackpool, draw. Blackburn, draw. Rovers, draw. Home. Let's click on as many as possible. We're fairly mixed on this one. I'm getting through all of them. Bradley Dack, Blackburn. Yes, great to see him back on the score sheet. Do you know, I think Blackburn are going to win. I think they are going to get the bounce here that they need. I suspect Blackpool will score, but I better yell out home first of all. Let's go for a good old 2-1er. Have I had a 2-1er yet? I don't think I have, which is unlike me, at least 3 predictions in. Where is it, you lot? I can't. There it is. 2, what would you reckon? 7-1? There we go, 7-1. I've done this quite too many times, haven't I? Please gamble responsibly if you fancy that one over at betfair.com. Blackburn to beat Blackpool 2-1. Let's move on. And the victors in that game between Blackpool and Preston were Preston, and QPR were the team that I saw lose at Sheffield United in midweek. They play each other. Preston versus QPR. Let's go for it. Preston, draw, or QPR? Preston, draw, or QPR? Do I have to play the Joker if I want to pick QPR here? Because they're in such bad form. 4 straight defeats. Warburton is still in there. Preston are going to be high as a kite after beating Blackpool. I don't know. Am I going to get a Jokerish QPR bounce back on this one? Get your predictions in, guys. Preston, draw, or QPR? Preston, draw, or QPR? QPR to keep losing. Preston to keep up with... Oh, that's Swansea, but I was going to say that good form. Just the one win. There were 2 defeats before that indeed. Let's go straight in because I haven't got a clue on this one, I have to say. What do we reckon? What do we reckon? Yanis, should we start with you? Rangers, Preston, draw, Preston, draw. Preston. 0-0. Unhelpful draw. God knows Preston. God only knows. Draw, Rangers, Preston. Are we playing the Joker officially on QPR? I think I'm going to do it. QPR looked really bad against Sheffield United. They looked kind of zombified. So I'm going to pull out my Joker because it's quite unlikely. And for some reason, I'm going to go away. I've got no idea why. There's no logic behind this at all other than it's the Championship and I want to play my Joker this week because I keep getting in trouble for not playing it. Let's go for a weird one. Are they going to score? Go on. I'm going to go all. This is a ridiculous prediction, by the way. Preston 1, QPR 3 will pay you 25 to 1. I think I'm doing this for the entertainment's sake. That is my Joker, which absolves me of any blame for that prediction. Apologies, Preston fans. I've got to explain my way around that in the Football 365 piece tomorrow. That'll be interesting. Let's move on to Millwall versus Barnsley. Are Barnsley all done now after midweek and Reading sticking an 8-point gap in? Are Millwall all done after midweek and that home defeat damaging in terms of that playoff push? They would have been 1 point off those chasing teams in 7th and 8th had they won that one. Millwall, get your predictions in. Millwall draw, Barnsley. Millwall draw or Barnsley in the Tom Bradshaw derby, let's call it. What do you think? Millwall to bounce back or Barnsley? Barnsley have actually been quite good last 8 games. The problem for them is that Reading have been better. No, they haven't actually been better. They've kept up. I think it's 12 points to 11 in that period. Let's go straight to your predictions here. Millwall draw or Barnsley. Where are we landing? I think let's start with Wing L, who says 2-1, I guess, to Mill. Barnsley on the Joker. Mill, Joker. Desmond, unhelpful draw for both. It would be an unhelpful draw for both, very much so. Let's click through as many of these as possible. Stuart's confident. Look at that. I'm clicking through. Barnsley surprise. Barnsley joke. Loads of you on Barnsley here. I'm just processing this. I'm trying to get as many of these clicked on the Big Pussycats to win. You go and call them that to their face. The good old Lions. Mr. E, I think the good old Lions are going to win, actually. I don't trust Barnsley to go to Mill and get the win. I think they might score, but if I think they might score, am I going to row at this into a boring 1-1 draw? I've already had 2 draws. I'm doing it. I don't care. Draw! I'm just thinking about that. I don't think Millwall are going to score twice. So I'm going to go for a boring 1-1, which is definitely going to be 5-1, isn't it? There it is. Oh, it's 11-2. A little bit of a bigger price there, but what are you going to do? Get involved over at betfair.com, please. Gamble responsibly. 18 plus only. BeGambleAware.org. Where are we at, guys? We're at West Brom versus Stoke. Get your predictions in. Baggies draw or Stoke. Baggies draw or Stoke. Michael O'Neill is still in his job. He had back-to-back wins, but then they did lose to Reading. Never too far away, is it? West Brom, I'd actually suggest they're in reasonably good form. I suspect if we take 6 games, we'll get 9 points. Am I right in that? It's not bad. They're 1.5 points per game in it now. And the only defeat there in that time was against Birmingham. Good win, though, against Bournemouth for the Baggies. And they are at home again. I actually quite fancy them. But let's see what you lot are saying first on West Brom versus Stoke. Where should we land here? Dazza, are you first? I think you are. It says draw, so we'll go with it. Right, Baggies, draw. Baggies. Albion, draw. Baggies, draw. Anyone for Stoke? Is there a more obvious 0-0 in football history? There you go, Stuart. Someone's got to back Stoke, haven't they? Right, I'm clicking through as many of these as is humanly possible to keep this stream moving nice and quickly. I think West Brom are going to win. I trust Brucey on this one over O'Neill. I do agree it might be a low scorer. So let's yell out, home! You're not supposed to see my face when I'm yelling that. I clicked off too quickly. Let's go for a 1-0, shall we? And I suspect that's about 6-1, isn't it? Where are we? West Brom, 5-1, short with Betfair if you fancy that. 18 plus only, BeGambleAware.org, please. Gamble responsibly, or you could spend your money on some lovely merchandise over at the merch store for our channel. Great way to support the channel. If you want to do that, please send me a photo of you wearing the merch. Benjamin Bloom merch.store is the way to do that. You can see there t-shirts, mugs, phone cases, hoodies, etc., etc. Go get involved and go support the channel like you lot don't support the channel already. Of course you do, you wonderful people. Keep the likes coming as well and support us that way. That's absolutely free. Let's talk about Swansea versus Derby. Swans, draw, Rams. Swansea, draw or Derby. I got problems back in Derby in this one. Derby are no good away from home. 75.5% of Derby's points have been scored at Pride Park this season. Swansea have 10 points in 4, and their last 2, they've been fantastic, haven't they? Maybe it's a bit beach bally, but they've won 4. No, Millwall wasn't beach ball, was it? For goodness sakes. I'm kind of edging towards Swansea on this one already. What do you lot think in the chat? Swans, draw, Derby. Swans, draw or Derby. Let's see what you're saying in the chat. See if you agree or disagree with me. Is it 11 points from 6 for the Baggies? Well, there you go. Where are we landing here? I think Adam is our first there, 4-2. Kind of stand to reason with Swansea. Oh, Derby got quite a good defence, haven't we? Right, Swans. There you go. Wayne's back in Derby. The Joker is coming out. Derby from a card. At least he's admitted his bias there, T. Miller. Well done. Right, we're going to keep them coming. The Jokers are coming out here. I think I'm giving my game away here. I think I'm fairly heavily behind Swans on this one. White Hart thinks it's a banker. There we go. 3 clean sheets on the bounce. 2-0 Swans. New owner bounce. I like that, Dave. Or new approved buyer bounce. Bielik back. Always good to see him. There we go. I think I've got most of your predictions up there, if not all of them. I fancy Swansea. I just do. Home. That was a nice high-pitched home. What should we go with for this one? Are Derby going to score? I don't think so. Let's go 2-0. 2-0 Swans. It's going to put Derby very close to the drop, depending on what we predict for good old Reading in a minute. 8-1 over at Betfair for that one. And I already mentioned them, so let's move on to Reading. Reading versus Cardiff. Predictions in. Reading, draw, Cardiff. Reading, draw, Cardiff. Reading have ruined everybody's fun in terms of a possible relegation race by A, not losing to Barnsley in that head-to-head, and B, having the temerity to be in the bottom 4 and score 8 points in 4 games. So well played, Paul Ince. I know a lot of people were doubting him. Humble Pie right now could change, but Humble Pie needs to be beaten by a few people about Paul Ince. Maybe me included, I have to say. Cardiff, I don't know. Are they on the beach? They were on the beach and doing very well until they got hammered 4-0 at home to Swansea. Do we get a reaction for that one? I think we might do, actually. Reading, draw, Cardiff. Let me just check. What is Cardiff's away form like? It's all right. 2 wins in the last 4. 14th. Reading's home form I don't expect to be good, but they have won 3 in the last 4. If Reading win this, it's all done down the bottom. It's going to be at 40 points, and we may as well all pack up and those bottom 3 can be scouting players for League One next season. What do we think in the chat? Let's try and click through from Catherine. Are you first? There we go. Right. Reading, Cardiff, 0-0. Reading, draw. Reading, Desmond, Reading. You guys are really forecasting an early end to the season here. I'm clicking on as many of these as I possibly can. Thank you for your support. Loads of predictions. Hopefully they're all Reading. Can't see us winning. They'll be up for it a lot more than us. Predicted Reading shock win last game. Reading 1-0. What do I think? Reading are on a kind of a little roll. Cardiff going to bounce back. I've already had too many draws, haven't I? Dare I do it again? Do you know what? Let's go all in on the season ending quite early down at the bottom there. Home! Unbelievable scenes. Let's go for a Reading. What do you reckon? A 1-0 to Reading? Let's do it. Reading to keep a clean sheet. I don't know. Let's change it to 2-1. There we go. 8-1 you'll get over at betfair.com for that one. 2-1. Reading to beat Cardiff and relegation to all be all sorted. What did we predict for Barnsley? I think I predicted them to... Did I predict them to lose? No, I predicted them to draw, didn't I? Yeah, okay. Maybe it won't be completely over there. But, yeah, getting that way, isn't it? Finally, as The Rock would say. Bristol City versus Peterborough. Get your predictions in. Bristol City draw, posh. Bristol City draw, posh. Bristol City are well and truly on the beach. They're in 19th. They're 15 points clear of trouble. Peterborough, they're kind of on a different type of beach, especially if Reading do win. I've been very close, actually, 40-27. They'll only be one game away from being confirmed relegated if Reading were to win and Bristol City were to beat the posh. Get your predictions in. Robins, draw, posh. Bristol City, draw, or Peterborough. Goals. I suspect there'll be some goals in this one. It could be very beachy, couldn't it? Where are we going to land? I think it's you, Yanis. Is it? There we go. Right, draw. 2 for Bristol City. There's a posh prediction. 1-0. They've been scoring, actually, haven't they? Let's click through as many of these as possible. I think this is a BTTS banker, this one, isn't it? In my money. Who knows? Let's keep clicking through all of these. At least the top 6 races interesting. Maybe. OJ, Posh are going to be one of these teams that go on a decent run now that relegation. But maybe. Look, that Peterborough defence is not going to shut out Vyman and Semenyo, Martin Wells, whoever is in there. So I'm going to go home. Let's go for a home win for Bristol City. Should we go for a silly one as well? It's the end of the season. I'm feeling D-Mob happy. Let's go for 3-1. I think it's a BTTS for me. 11-1 you will get over at betfair.com. Woof. We are going to go to our big calls in a minute. So get your big calls in right now. The more outlandish, the better. And we'll read a few of them out before I confirm my results. I'm going to confirm my results in a minute, but can please indulge me one more time. Hit the like button. Let's see if we can get another like spike. We are on 72 likes. Can we get to 100 likes before the stream ends? Please support the channel, support the show. Hit that like button right now, but get your big calls in. We're going to go to that segment to close out the show. Humour is allowed. Get your thoughts in on the big calls for the week, and they can be silly if you want. I've been sensible. Have I been sensible? I guess I have. Right, I'm going to lock in my results over at football365.com. Do head over there. Hit submit. So I have got Sheffield United and Bournemouth drawing. I've got Bristol City beating Peterborough. I've got Millwall and Barnsley drawing. I've got QPR. That's my joker winning at Preston. I've got Reading beating Cardiff. Fulham beating Coventry. I've gone goal mad this week. Why not? I've got Blackburn beating Blackpool. I've got Borough beating Hull. I've got Forest beating Birmingham. West Brom beating Stoke. Swansea beating Derby. Huddersfield and Luton to have an entertaining Desmond on Monday night. Hit submit. Look at that. £107,000 if anyone wants to bet a tenner on that. Please gamble responsibly, especially if you're going to do that. Right, to close out, can you give me some big calls before we go? The more outlandish, the better. What do you think's going to happen that's kind of strange this weekend? Bournemouth's hard running to break them and Forest to take second. A lot of people are predicting that, JC, so I don't know how much of a bet. I don't think it'll happen. But again, if we go another week, and look, if Forest win this week and Bournemouth lose, then we can really start to talk about it. I still think it would be a big fall off. Bryn, bottom 3 to win and Reading to lose. What else have we got? Swansea are not on the beach. What is this? Is that the big call? Oh, that would be the surge of all surges. I suspect they need to win every single game heavily. But Barnsley to win League One. It's not that big a call. They could do it, couldn't they? Cooper, England manager. There we go. Bowyer not to see the season out. Blues, keep getting your calls in. Warburton to change from his fabled back 3. Colm, yes, I have got a ticket sorted. I love the subscribers here. I am sorted for Luton versus Forest. Top 6 to be decided with 2 games to spare. Oh, that is a very big call. What else have we got? Luton 6th by Saturday night, 3rd by Monday night. Kate's all in on the win there. Parker to get a red card at the Blades. What else have we got? Everton to keep a clean sheet. Woof. Cherry's match yesterday was just a blip. We need 10 to 12 points. I doubt it's that many, Wing, is it? But yeah, that would definitely get you up, wouldn't it? I think I said 4 wins 1 win ago. So I think another 3 wins. But hey, look at Forest is all I will say. Matty Pearson to score both ends. You love to see it. Right. thank you, everybody, for watching. I want to try and get under 30 minutes and not waffle on. So I'm going to say thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the predictions. If you want to check out my vlog, let's point this way. It's going to appear right there after I edit this. And it's a lovely